We don't have to skip a day. We could literally fast forward like 14 days like you saw with Jod. Remember, it has two pictures there. My picture, or the main character's picture, and someone else. You will burn up 14 days in that particular instance. So you see that? He's here, he's here. 14 days will fly across. Now, having said that, that's not the worst idea ever. First, save. Quick save that shit at the very least, so that you can come back to it if you make a mistake. Notice that 14 days will burn up him, or her, and him. So they will do their check. Now, will they pass their check? 55% chance. 55% chance. What was Ekans? 45% chance. So again, you may scum save a lot of this. This is why we quick save before. So, rank it up. And again, if you're going to do curses, best to start it now. 60 days. She'll be useless for this month anyway. She'll be useless for next month anyway. And the month after that, she won't be useless, but she'll only have like 1 or 2 days available to her. And that's okay. Now, I'm not saying do this one. I'm just saying that you want to do something. So if you want to maybe do the 45-day one. Again, nothing wrong with that. Again, she'll be useless this month, she'll be useless next month, but then in the month after that, she'll be back on board. It's better to start them now and hope for the best. That's why we quick save. So, here we go. Starting the project. Now we have to hope that these events are again passed and that nothing showed up in the last 2 days of that month where something happened that we failed. So he succeeded always. Success, +3 espionage for Varnhold besieged. Failure, so we'll have to scum save it. And triumph. Damn it, Lindsay. Solid upgrade too, man. Look at that. Loyalty, relations, and divine. And then 2 more things showed up. Beginning of the month. Someone in the throne room wants to talk to us. The high priest, probably he wants to talk to us again. And then the problem showed up. And again, we have time to deal with it. 11 days. We put them on it now. 23rd day or so of this month, they'll be done with it. And again, we have 3 choices. Reg is the best choice for 100%, but Val can be put on it, and it's only 90. So if I want to keep Reg available for something, yeah, you never know. This would be an okay choice. But again, we're not doing that because, again, we had a failure. So, quick load. Press F8. We go back in it and rank them up again. That's why we always do that. And again, did I do the... Probably didn't save on the curse, did I? No, I didn't. So we need to make sure to do the curse again. And again, I don't even know that this is the best one to do. Let's see what else we got here. Village on the Marches, Divine Arcane. Doesn't say we get anything for that one. We're going to get one that we get something from it. There we go. Let's do a quick save again now, because I'm going to leave her on that probably for all time. Alright, bro. After it says saving is done. There we go. Start it. Dun, 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 dun. Ooh, we got 6 events now. Last time it was 5. So again, something else happened. And again, this is common. We'll get random events that pop up. Passes, of course. You succeeded. Nice. Disaster. No. Triumph again. Well, Lindsay's just crushing it. We're at 3 events this time. So we have a high priest wants to talk to us. We have this one here, the problem. Oh, this is a Jod only problem. See that? So it's good that we have Jod available. And again, he's ranked up from +10 to +12. This is going to be good if this shows up. So that's not bad. But again, quick load until we get everyone to pass. We're not moving forward. And again, just to prove to ourselves that she's on a curse, yes. Okay, let's start the event. So it's Tristan that's mucking it all up. But he only has a 45% chance. So again, it's probably almost every other roll he should pass it. So the fact that he had a disaster and a failure in the first 2 kind of sucks. But it's a thing. Success again. Here we go. The advisor's people made sure that not a single coin was stolen or wasted. The people greatly appreciated the much needed gold, as well as the fact that the money wasn't embezzled by the government. +2 to community, +5 loyalty, +1 economy. Doing good on our stats. It's espionage that's really hurting here, but again, that's going to come in time. I'm not worried about that. Failure this time. Lindsay. Oh, good lord. So we got this mess again. So this is something you guys are just going to have to learn to deal with if you want to do the scum saving. That you're really just going to have to constantly come back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And again, once you pass it to your liking, just save it. Be done with it. And never have to look back again. Prove to yourself that you didn't make a mistake, though. That you're not like someone waiting in your courtroom ready to kick your ass. Success. Success again. Failure again. Triumph again. Damn you people, can't you get your shit together? And this is the part of the game that I think is probably the most hated. In my opinion, anyway. I will say I also hate the harder difficulties being ramped up quite so hard. Made no sense to me. I mean, I don't mind the challenge, but I do mind when things have like a +4 to all their stats. That's strength, dex, con, intelligence, wisdom, charisma, and a +4 to their swing as well. Which means a +6 to their swing, a +6 to their armor. Why is that? Because again, if their strength went up 4, that's a +2. So if they're a strength-based attacker, they went up 2 points for their swing. And then you gave them a stat +4 bonus to their swing as well. So they get a +6. That's the total. Same with armor. A +4 to their armor, naturally just given to them because of the difficulty. And then you gave them a +4 to their dex, assuming they can use that dexterity, which most of them can. That's another +2 to their armor. That's a +6 then for me having to hit that son of a bitch. That's not a challenge. That's a shoot me in the foot and see if it bleeds kind of bullshit behavior. Why would you do that to yourself? If you just started with the +4 stat bonus, or just a +4 to their swing, +4 to their armor, and call that good, I'd have been okay with it. A +6 to everything like that, though, is stupid. And they crit all the time, and it's hard as fudge to hit them in that first chapter if they had slowly built into it. Like it's a +0 at chapter 0, +1 at chapter 1, +2 at chapter 2. They could have done so much better. But they just hard-coded it in where it was just this retarded difficulty. And screw you for trying the harder difficulty. And I hate that bullshit. Passed it. Failure. Triumph. Damn you people. Can I count on you guys? Alright. We're going to be here for a moment. It's going to be a thing. And no, I probably won't cut this out unless it literally takes like 25 minutes or some shit. Because you guys need to feel the pain. Quite frankly, this is part of the experience. It really, if I trim it down and you guys are like, oh, he had a successful run. No, the fuck I did. Okay, he passed it and this one's just a success, but still okay. Lindsay? Yes, I'll take it. Okay, so she got, the druid was expelled in disgrace. There was no place for bloody rituals in these lands. The people supported this decision. They appreciate the fact that the authorities are concerned about morality. +3 to loyalty, +3 to relations, and +3 to the divine. That's not bad. I expected the divine to go down with us kicking out a goddamn druid. That's okay. And we got +3 BP. Just a static increase. Or a one-time increase, excuse me. But that's okay. Alright, now we have only 2 events. High Priest wants to talk to us, and... ooh, something different this time. The Gambler. This is why I say this is random shit. Notice, we can do it. It takes 20 days to do it. He will not be done this month. So, we have to hope that Ekin is the only time we need him is this one time. Okay, now, having said that, how could we have done this different? Okay, let's do a quick save it, because I don't want to deal with that mess again. Let's quick save it. How could I have done this different if this was a concern of mine? Remember, something else, another problem. If it's just an opportunity, hey, that sucks. But if it's another problem and only Ekin can solve it, well, that's a problem. Remember, we had Jubilas as an option. When is he done? In 5 days. I could just not put anyone in there and wait 5 days. Right? So the 17th, Jubilas could have popped in there. And again, that gives me some flexibility. But again, I don't know. Jubilas could have something show up where only Jubilas can handle it. So again, I don't know. Another way you could have handled it, though, is this. Remember, we fast forward 14 days. When did this quest show up? Yes, it showed up on day 12 for us because we fast forward 14 days. It could have been day 1 that was available to us. Right? So, I could have waited, like skip the day until the first of the month. See if this popped up. Put him on it, because remember, on the first of the month, let's say we got this on the first of the month, and in 20 days he could have completed it. Well, then what happens? He's done on the 21st. See that? And then if something pops up again where only Ekin can handle it, I have him available for that. So this is how I shoot myself in the foot sometimes. Second guessing your decisions. And there's just nothing you can do about this. I'm okay with burning 14 days this way. And again, I'm alright with that because, again, I wanted to get him up sooner than later. This is how I'm behind on most of my stuff. But this was a solid upgrade to Divine. Now, notice it's a +4 BP a week. Again, economy is 4. I won't touch another one of these beyond +4 until economy goes to 5. And I can do that, but I have to wait for Jubilas to be available. And I'm not in any hurry for that. I want to get everything up to 4s if I can. Because, again, everyone's lacking. everyone is lacking behind in their chance to pass their check. Remember, he's at a plus 12. That's a nice upgrade right now, but it could be better. He's at a plus 11. It could be better. He's at a 13. That's real nice, but it could be better. And again, that's something that we're going to have to deal with. She is at a plus 15. That's solid. I'm happy with that. But again, it could be better. I don't really need it to be better right now, so I'm kind of lagging behind on pushing Arcane, but I really shouldn't. And again, now that she's involved in a curse, I can't, because the only way to upgrade that is to upgrade her. She has to be available. But again, she was at a plus 15. Again, unusable right now, but I'm still okay with her being plus 15 because she's still curves ahead of everybody else right now for that ability check, damn near. I think the only person that's probably better is probably, what's his face? Can't think of his name right now. Give me a second. Not Tristan. There he is. Oh no, he's at 14. So he's good, but he's not great. So she really is our best right now, probably, at a plus 15. So there's really no need to push her sooner than later. Having said that, here's another problem. Remember, we have all those advisors, artisans. And remember, all those artisans have a masterpiece item that I keep going on and on about. Part of the thing that keeps them from bringing it to us is one of these or more of these stats have to be a certain rank. I have no idea what that is. You can look it up online. And even that, I don't know that anyone knows for certain. Having said that, the reason is because, remember, like, look at the tooltip for Arcane. See how it says the Magister had to be level 4 the Arcane, High Priest covers an Arcane, and so Divine is 4. There it is. Divine had to be 4 until you can unlock this. That's bullshit, because we just pushed this to 4. So how is that possible? So again, they never went back and fixed these tooltips. So again, even if you look up online, some of this stuff is outdated. So again, someone may tell you, oh, you have to have your Arcane to 6. I think that's probably not true. It's probably 4. 4 or 5 is my guess. So again, we're trying to get everything to 4, see if that works, and see if anyone brings our stuff, and then we'll push everything to 5. Again, starting with economy, get it to 5 first, and then everyone else gets brought up to 5 as best we can. We still have to push espionage, though, so that's the next thing we need to do. So while we're waiting to upgrade some stuff, and we'll talk to this priest here in a moment, but while we're waiting, we should probably go to our specific regions map and start upgrading our towns a little more. So where the hell are you, Shambling Witchjiggy? Shambling Steppes. Here we are. Interview. What do you got? Build. Not much left. We're looking for anything that is espionage. Espionage looks like an anvil. I have no idea why that makes sense. But, excuse me. But I don't see anvils available to. Oh, here we go. Watchtower. We can't build it. Okay, so the Watchtower has to be in a separate slot by itself. See how there's 2? So that's why. This is a slot, but it's not separate because there's stuff surrounding it, all these things. We should build stuff in here, though. And again, I don't mind building things that we're lacking on. So again, the wooden wall, feel free to make it. We have the BP. There's no reason not to burn some of these things up. And it gets us, again, eventually, they'll build those things, and eventually we'll get upgrades. Excuse me, to our various stats over here. So again, even though that was for military and we really didn't need extra military, I don't mind it, because again, I don't know how many points we need here to get it to the full rank 10. I think 200 might be enough. It might not be. But I'm happier to have it at 300. So, you know, it's kind of one of those things. Looks like everything's built here. We got a tree on fire for random reasons that I can't explain. It looks like we've built everything that we can build in this town. Fine with me. And that's probably because it's not a town so much as it's a village. Villages don't have as many territories. Towns have more. Cities have even more. Right. So here we go. Here we go. I might be able to make one there. We don't have a watchtower, do we? No, we don't have any espionage in this town. So watchtower. Boom. Again, I know it's not much. It's only 1. But +1 to military when located in a settlement with barracks. +1 to stability when located in a settlement with walls. We have walls, so we're going to get a +1 to stability. And do we have a barracks in here yet? No, we do not. So that might be something to make. Oh, is there anything else though? Just check your area just to make sure you don't have something weird that's a espionage upgrade. Watchtower, that's it. Okay, so now we need a barracks set. So barracks, plus one disability when adjacent to a longhouse. Do we have a longhouse here? Yes, we do, but there's stuff next to it already, so we can't swap stuff around. We could, but there's no point. Like I can move Camille's shop to over here. We got Cheryl's sewing shop here, but they get a bonus if they're next to a longhouse or a tavern. And we don't have a tavern in this town either. And this one, again, same deal. Tavern and longhouse. They like their booze and they like their longhouses. I don't know what that's about. But we got the teleportation circle over here, all by its lonesome, and we have these two spots over there. So I could put a barracks over there. Doesn't get anything, again, because there's no longhouse. I suppose I could put a longhouse over there, too, because you can make more than one in an area. There's nothing wrong with that. But it seems dumb. And what does this give me if I have a barracks? +1 military, which I don't really need. I mean, I'm happy to have more, but it's not crucial. Maybe I'll wait until this gets upgraded to a town official. I'll have more space and I can move something next to the longhouse. Is there anything else I'd like to make in here then? +2 to relations. What else is lowish? Culture's low. Arcane's low. Alright. I don't mind working on those things. What does arcane look like again? Arcane looks like a big circle, and culture looks like happy faces. Okay, big circle, happy faces. It's not a big circle, that's a heart. Here's a happy face, longhouse. Again, I can make another one of those, nothing wrong with that. School. Culture, okay. +1 divine when adjacent to a shrine. We have a shrine? We have a shrine, okay. Ha! That will be an upgrade then for that. So that's a +1 to divine. And a divine is something else that, well, I didn't specifically say I wanted more. I definitely want more. It's only at 100. So again, I'd like to get everything to 100 and then get everything to 200. So again, anything that upgrades all these low dudes are an upgrade for me. Okay, what else we have in here? Teleportation circle was the magic one, and that's it. Okay. So unless I go looking, and by looking, like I literally mean, these are the static upgrades. Like if you build a brewery, you will get this. But notice if you build a brewery, there's a chance for extra loyalty or extra stability if it's adjacent to this or in a settlement with that. I could go hunting for that arcane upgrade, right? I should make this, though. The bulletin boards, one of the things about being a lawful kingdom is you have the ability to make bulletin boards, as you see here. This thing is a +2 bonus to resolving problems in this region, so in wherever Tatzelford is at. So this is a solid make it. So every territory I have should have a bulletin board, because then my military advisor, that's a solid bonus for him, basically resolving. Wait, it doesn't say that it's military. I take that back. Just to resolving problems. Period. Oh my God, I need bulletin boards everywhere. Okay. Yeah, we need to go through our towns now and make sure that everything has a damn bulletin board. So let's check out Glenshire. It doesn't have shit. It definitely needs a bulletin board. Okay. What we got? We got a longhouse, we got teleportation circle, and that's about it. We have built not much. Oh, and a piers. There's a piers over here. Let's find that bulletin board. And it doesn't have to be built next to anything. So what does that mean? It means don't build it next to something of interest. I can still use this as a mage tower area eventually. I can't make mage towers there now. We have a teleportation circle, that's good enough for me. And it's giving us one magic. Mage towers are better. We can't make a watchtower, there's nowhere to place it. We can't make a windmill, there's nowhere to place it. That's why you have to make that decision which of these you want to make, because they have to be on a separate square. We have our wooden walls, so we do have that going for us. We have our longhouse. Now, anything next to a longhouse that would benefit from being next to a longhouse is a solid upgrade. But having said that, we want the bulletin board. There's nothing that it needs to be next, which means I can make it here, because nothing needs to be next to a teleportation circle. I can make it here, and then I still leave my space, like, 1, 2, 3 different spaces that are next to a longhouse, technically speaking. The downside of putting it here, though, is this. If I were to put it here, this longhouse could have, say, let's say a shrine. Let me give you an example. Here's a shrine. See how if it's adjacent to a longhouse, you get +2 loyalty. But notice also, you could have a monument adjacent to a shrine, and you give a bonus to divine. Well, I could put the monument here, I suppose, but Maybe something needs to be next to a monument. Nope. Okay, so shrine here, monument there, that would be okay. Alright, so I'll make the bulletin board right there. And I will make that shrine... How much do I got for PP? I'm doing okay. Let's make the shrine now as well, because again, that's a solid upgrade for divine, which we need. And again, it'll also give us loyalty from being next to the longhouse. Monument doesn't give me anything I care about right now. Shrine, though, if it's next to a monument, it'll give us more divine. So I guess we can make another monument. Alright. I know we're burning a lot of BP up, but again, we're skipping several weeks at a time. And every week we're getting like another 50 or so. And I can always buy more. We're doing okay for money. I literally have damn near the mill that I wanted when we went to Pitax. So we're still doing solid. Okay, so that takes care of you. Trade guard. This one's just a... Was this a town? I wasn't paying attention. It's got a granary, so again, we can't make our watchtower there because there's something next to it. I am missing wooden walls, so I definitely want to get those building. And that's only one square left, but do I have bulletin boards? I already have one here. Okay. Bulletin board. Okay. So I can make one more thing here. I don't particularly worry about it yet. What next needs to be next to a granary, maybe? Brewery? Nope. Give a rat's ass about that. Okay, what else? Windmill, but we can't make a windmill anywhere. We already got a tavern. I don't have a shrine, weirdly. But again, it doesn't benefit being next to a granary. School. Nope. Orphanage. Doesn't matter. So that might be okay. Community and loyalty, nothing wrong with those things. Monument, I like those next to shrine, so again, I'll probably save on making one of those. Herbalist house. Now, this is arcane, but needs to be more arcane if you're next to a shrine. So again, I'd rather save it for when I have a shrine. Halfling brewery, that's a bonus to relations, and 10% chance to earn 3 BP each week, and 10% chance to earn 1 BP each week. So again, a random chance to just make extra loot. That's not bad. Yes, it uses a lot of BP to make it, but they all do. And again, the chance that you could earn BP back for each goddamn week just free of charge is kind of nice. I may make that halfling brewery. But let's wait. I'm getting low on BP. I want to make sure I have every town or village and city has a, a pop-up board. What do you call it? Bulletin board. This one has one, so we're good there. This one has one, so we're good there. Silvershire now. Bulletin board, we have one there. So we should be good everywhere. Let's go into Silvershire, though. This is a town, so it's bigger. Maybe it has more territories for us to exploit. Oh, God, yeah. Good Lord, yeah. We got a monument, bulletin board, herbalist house, shrine, longhouse, Mim's jewelry shop, a barracks, a tavern, a lighthouse. Oh, over here. Watchtower. More espionage, remember? That's always our goal. Get that up to at least a solid 40 or so we can upgrade them again. Over here, Mage Tower, of course. Over here we have all kinds of stuff. That we'll have to think about making. And again, stuff that's going to be... ooh, here's +3 espionage. Goblin's quarters. Oh, here we go. But that's a lot of BP, and I don't like being under 100. So let's wait another couple weeks, build our stockpile back up, and we'll be good to go. Alright, so she's still working on that. Still need to talk to the High Priest. Let's quick save that since we did a lot of stuff there. Going to the throne room. He's just going to give us a quest as well as support his endeavors. Remember, he has enough points in him that we can upgrade him yet again, which is fine. We're not doing that, but we've got to do his quest part here too. So he's going to talk to us about something. They always do. So Jod blushes, then turns pale, his fingers trembling. Your Highness, blasphemy awakens in your domain. I hear rumor of a cult that pretends to worship Aristil, but the faith they practice is nothing I recognize. According to them, my god demands blood sacrifices to make the forest fertile and strong. The cultists walk the forest with bows, shooting any who pass on sight. These imposters must be stopped. Their bloodlust and blasphemy will ill become us. Some would appoint the general and unleash havoc upon them. The treasurer might bribe them with gold, that they might leave our domain. Heed my advice, bring this case to the counselor. Public and condemnation on your behalf will turn people away from this vile cult. Kingdom effect, -3 loyalty, -3 community, -7 divine, -3 stability. Wow, that sounds like fun. Gardeners of Faith. What? What the hell was that? Alright, first we have another quest. Farnhold's Militia's done. Uh-oh. We messed up. See that? We needed to go to Varnhold. Alright, so we have to go back to an earlier save. Alright. That sucks. Well, this is our most recent one, and that's the day we're on now. Is that correct? Where's our date? The 12th. So we can't do that one, so we have to go back before the 12th, which means we might as well just straight up delete these ones and say the 12th. That blows chunks. We just lost all kinds of upgrades. I mean, we can get them back. That's not the point. It means we've wasted our time. Wow. So before the 14-day skip. So what this means is we probably have to go to Varnhold. And this is the thing, other thing about this game that, quite frankly, does frustrate me. There's no clear and obvious, you have to go here. What? There was nothing in that. Oh, yeah, I'll show it to you. There was nothing in the pop-up that says, hey, go here and talk to these people. So we're going to go to Journal. It's not there. It's the Varnhold Militia. The rabble-rousers were taught a lesson, but will it do them any good? If there's another revolt, then the militia should be disbanded and the whole silly idea put back on the shelf. But if they prove themselves worthy, when the critical moment arises, they might just show that all our efforts were not in vain. Doesn't say shit about going there, right? So you wouldn't know to go there, and that's not cool. So now we're going to have to literally waste our time backtracking all the way back here. This is, again, another reason that I failed stuff on my previous playthroughs, which straight up sucks. Yeah, just take the same team. It's fine. Because literally they won't tell you, hey, we need to be over here to do that one thing. How come you never stopped by? Why was I supposed to stop by? Why didn't you say, come by? Or, you should probably check on them. All you have to do is a little phrase to tell me, go here. So now all we have to do is teleport over to Varnhold, more likely than not. And there's probably a fight inside waiting for us. Or something, like a cutscene of an interaction of some kind. And that's fine. But again, without knowing that, you totally failed that shit. And if you didn't have saves like I've been doing diligently, you could have wasted months before you realized, oh hell, I let that fail? Well, balls. And that's not cool. I don't suspect trouble per se, and I don't think it's going to be trouble I have to worry about with our team. So we're just going to come on in here. Talk to people, of course.
I'm there.
Hopefully there's not something... Oh, maybe it's a kingdom event that I needed to do. Priest Bear still, buddy. Sure, why not? Anything that I have to offer? No, not really. Okay.
I do what I
I hadn't thought about the fact that it could be a kingdom event that I need to put somebody on. Oh, I hope I didn't fail something else. That would suck. Let's talk to everybody, though, just to make sure. How can I help you? No. Peasant says, good day, in your grace. No. There is a person here we normally meet. No, it's not the garbage truck outside. Good lord, that thing is loud as hell, though. Peasant woman says... Oh, it's you. Sure is. That's how I used to greet people at the door. I used to have a apartment complex where you had to ring the bell to get inside. And, you know, the intercom system where I'd buzz them in. And one of my favorite things to do when my friends, when I clearly see them, they're coming up the walk, and because I was ground level. And you could see, they could see me, and I saw them walking up to the door, so I'd head right towards the intercom. But they'd still have to buzz to, you know, get my attention. So they'd buzz it, And I'd respond through the intercom, "This is me, is that you?" And every time it'd be, "Oh, what?" I'd start laughing and buzz them in.
I'm there.
I miss those days. I had good friends back then. Not so much these days. Anywho, peasants, stuff here.
I do what I must.
That really concerns me because we only have a couple days to solve this issue. And I may have somebody on a... There's a fisherman, says good day. I have advisors that are currently busy. It's my problem. I don't know when it turns red. My guess is the beginning of the month. There's Turval. That's the person we probably need to talk to. How's Militia doing? So you're in a gang once? Oh yes, the mistakes of youth. There's a lot of youngsters in Daggermark. Those who can think on their feet, joining packs. Street gangs fooling around, putting the squeeze on merchants, all that. But that's long behind me now. And besides, we never messed anyone over. Or better to say, we kept things in order. If anybody tried to lean on our neighbors or started misbehaving, we took them in hand. Why have you chosen to settle in Varnhold? The girl's face darkens as she turns her eyes to the ground in silence. I killed the wrong man. I thought he was a villain. A threat to those who were under my protection. I couldn't forgive myself, so I left. So I went wherever the road would take me. As for Varnhold, I was just passing through when I suddenly felt this is it. It felt like the place I could start a new life, an honest life, a life lived by the law, and here I am. How's the militia doing? Tell me about yourself. Let me know about your craft. I just want to make sure that we've clicked all the bells. I know they're all grayed out, but I just want to make sure there's not like an extra dialogue chat popping up. Here's a merchant. Just talk to him just to make sure. Show me your wares. What do you got, bro? All the junk that I bring you. That's what. Nothing. Just making sure there's not some scrolls or whatever that we could totally scribe. Okay. There was a couple dialogue chats for her. Nothing that smacked of revolt or rebellion that I needed to know about, though. So that's kind of shit if that was all I needed to do. Let's do a quick save here, though, so we don't have to think about that spot again. We'll go back to the kingdom, and we will check to see if there's something in the to-do list where it's like, oh, you must do this to stop the militia or support the militia or whatever with the militia. I didn't see anything like that pop up. That doesn't mean it wasn't. I was fast-forwarding through a lot of those things, and again, a lot of them, again, were stuff that I'm like, I will do that later, I will do that later, so that's probably on me. But I do not want to fail that, because I think that means we lose our artisan, which is that lady that we were just talking to. The artisan is the one that makes us leather goods. And for a character like mine, leather goods is amazing to have. We have a lot of people on our team that can only wear light armor. That's leather, studded leather. She also makes like belts and boots and probably cloaks as well. So again, lots and lots of leather goods that we're going to want her to make. So I do not want to fail this.
I'm there.
I hope, matter of fact, let's actually make also a hard save. So we'll have a hard data to go back to as well instead of these quick save stuff. But let's hope that was good enough. Okay, region. Aristotle's holy place, that can't be. It can't be royal hunting grounds, can't be trading grounds. Yeah, it can't be jewelry center because that's in Silverfish. And MacTails, where's this one at? Silver Step again. Silverfish, Silver Step, I meant. Silver Step again, no. Candlemere Tower, that's not them. Bread and Circuses, now this might be them. Okay. That might be it. I mean, I'll purchase the BP. We'll flag that as a possible. Horse Breeding Center from the Kinglands. And I like this one, plus 20% to overland movement speed within the kingdom. So literally if you're moving from place to place, this is a solid upgrade. So the Horse Breeding Center is one that you could actually appreciate, in my opinion. It's a magical place. Where's this one at? Stolen Lands. This is actually my capital, I believe. That's a pricey bastard, too. Woof. Magic of the Abandoned Keep. Again, that's not them either. I don't think that's them. Wait a minute. Abandoned Keep. Where's the Abandoned Keep? I think the Abandoned Keep is the South Nar Marches again. I think. Yeah. So this is the only one that would be Varnhold. Keep going. Lost Dwarven Knowledge. That's the Abandoned Keep. Yeah, that's the Dwarves. Yeah, the Abandoned Keep. Okay, so again, South Narmarches. So that's that one. And again, doesn't do us anything, I don't think. Eldori Fighting School. Nothing in here that I see for Varnhold. Scouting the northern regions, North Narmarches and the outskirts. But again, that's not Varnhold, not that that matters. So nothing there. Curses, it wouldn't be under curses. Training, shouldn't be under training because that's just ranking up with someone in particular, right? Economy, it might be under. Restoration of the Bronze Shield Fortress. No. Trade agreement with Galt. No idea where the hell that's even at. Trading with Restov. That's not them either. Restoration of Silver Shield Fortress. No idea where the hell that's at, but that's probably not... Yeah, the Abandoned Keep. Yeah, that's not them. Arcane Lobby. This is just upgrading our specific buildings. And again, back to the Bronze Shield Fortress. So nothing in economy. Rank up, it shouldn't be in there, because again, that's nothing more than ranking up specific advisors like this guy that we wanted to do. So there doesn't appear to be anything in there. Event-wise, everyone's working on something. Varnhold Besieged. And again, he passes this one. So this is another Varnhold thing, but he does pass it. Artist's Freedoms, that has nothing to do with Varnhold. But again, I make sure that they pass all these things. Braided Man, that's the Druid one. And again, we pass all that stuff. Redemption, we pass all that stuff. Artist's Freedom, that one doesn't pass yet because again, it takes more time. We're burning 14 days, not 19. So again, this one won't be finished and this one won't be finished, but I don't think either of these are required. So the only choice then is this guy. And I don't think that should be a thing. I mean, I'll do it. I don't mind doing it. It's going to cost me BP, but we'll burn, 2 weeks up and well, a week up and no times flat and get 56 back. So I'll just purchase 100. That's not that much money-wise. I mean, we're still sitting pretty. You have to refresh them. There you go. There you go. So I could do this one, and it'll burn 7 days up. Let's actually do that. We still have her on curses, right? Yes, we do have her on a curse. Okay, so let's do this then instead. Hold on to your butts. Yes, the Varnhold Militia has withstood the test of battle and proven its loyalty. Blah, blah, blah. Region upgrade. Varnhold Besieged passed. And again, that's the good news for that, because many of these things would have had then double checks. Because 14 days passed, this one would have done, and this one would have done. We did not do 14, we did 7. And again, that's one of the reasons I like the 7 upgrades versus the 14. Now let's actually check our journal, because it gave us a green check mark on it. Still fails. Okay, fuck you. We got a green. It says green. So we passed it, as far as I'm concerned. Varnhold Militia. Where the hell is it? We still got the green check mark. So maybe the reason it failed is because we didn't have to give them a second chance. There was never a problem that arose. But again, we're past it. So again, I'm going to count it as good. Region upgrade. Upgrade 3 regions. We'd rather start small. First off, the king should take care of the 3 main regions of the kingdom. Every country needs a powerful center. Yeah, no problem there. Build the kingdom. Reach rank 8 of any kingdom stat. We're way away from that shit. Nothing else up in here. These are all done. So we're actually done with this chapter, which makes sense. We have nothing in the companion quest. I'm just going to close it out for now. And the errands, prove to myself there's nothing in here again. All green. Good, go. So again, I'm going to count that as a win. Even though we failed that, we got the green check mark. So it's not an X here. That's all I care about. I guess that's okay. It feels wrong though, doesn't it? Just, I don't like that. And it probably was a green check mark the last time before I went back in time. But having said that,
Your Highness.
It still feels
In any case,
wrong. I'm going to do a quick save again. Let's check this. Oh, right. And it is, by the way, the beginning of the month. You'll notice that nothing has popped up on extra things to do. So we can fast forward 5 days. We can fast forward 14 days. Do that rank up that we wanted to do. Do I want to rank up? 14 days will put us at 19. Oof, that's going to be rough. Maybe I should... damn it. Now I'm second guessing myself again. This is the problem with this kind of a setup, guys. This is the suck-ass part of this game, in my opinion. And then we have to rebuild all those damn buildings again. Shit. Alright, know what? No, screw that. Load game. We're going back in time to before the upgrade. Because what I'll do right is I will have her upgraded. I don't mind her doing the bread and circuses thing. It's pricey, I guess. So I don't mind her doing the region upgrade. You know what? Screw that. I do mind her doing the region upgrade. That's pricey, and if I don't want to do it, I don't want to do it. We'll have him do his upgrade for 14 days. Prove to ourselves that it's a green check mark still, and we're fine. But we'll do it smart. What we're going to do is we're going to go to our map. We're going to start building in everywhere. Remember, we want the bulletin board everywhere. So I'm going to do that. Okay, build. Do you have a bulletin board here? No, you do not. So, bulletin board. Next to a school. It would benefit being next to a barracks, so I can put a barracks there. I'm going to put it over here then. Okay. Going on. I really hate the second guessing nature of this shit. This is the part that really just bugs the shit out of me. You got a bulletin board, bro? You do. Okay, don't need you. Dorraj, you should have one. This should be like the first thing I built. Yes. Tatzel Ford, you got a bulletin board, bro? No, you do not. Enter. Hopefully I have room to make one. I do. Oh, and I can also make the Watchtower. I want to make sure to do that too. Okay, so I have a sewing shop and a shrine. Bulletin board. But again, a shrine benefits from being next to a monument and a longhouse. So it's next to a longhouse and a monument. Okay. Soul shop next to a longhouse. Alright, so I can make it here. There's nothing that would benefit the shrine. That doesn't mean that there's not something that would benefit being next to a shrine. So I'm going to put this one here still. And we can rearrange these things later. It's not the end of the world. But I'd rather just know that I have that slot open. Okay. So that took us out of Tatzelford, I believe. Let's do Glenshire. You definitely need one. Build. Bulletin board. And again, I have to make it in the corner. There's no spot to make a Watchtower. So we're good there. We'll just leave it alone. And I will make a shrine. Okay. Moving to Trade Guard. Do you have your bulletin board? He does. Farnhold. Got your bulletin board? You do. Silvershire, you got your bulletin board? You do. Okay, let's enter these last ones and check for Watchtower spots. Anywhere I can make a Watchtower, I would like to make one. That's good. And then again, that's to get our espionage up. So we're going to do a, so I don't mess this up. What we're not going to do is we're not going to pick the 14-day increment one over the 7-day one first. We'll save first. Do the 14, see if it works. If it doesn't work, then we'll scum save back to the earlier save, which will be here in just a moment, and do the 7-day increment one because we saw that that one was okay. Again, I know that sounds weird, but I can't make one there because there's a granary there. But I will make a wooden wall. Okay. Alright. That's enough. That's enough upgrading because we're wasting our time on this bullshit. Okay, so go back to here. Remember we had a region upgrade we could have done, or the rank up process. Let's put her in the region upgrade, which again was the bread and circuses. We'll mark it like so. Okay. Quick save. Now, we'll do his. Prove that it's good. And if that's the case, we'll take her off Bread and Circus because I don't want to do that one right now anyway. This will burn 14 days, gives us all kinds of stuff to do. We'll have to scum save all this mess again. Jeez, I hate this part of the game. Pass. How many failures? Success. Failure. Failure. Screw you, game. This is the part that I hate. I literally cannot tell you how much I hate this shit. And yes, I know there's a mod that allows you to just straight up pass it. That's not the point. That you shouldn't have to rely on a mod to solve your problem like that. This was a poor mechanic that should have been resolved. And again, passing stuff is nice. Having a green check mark is nice. There's the reason we shoot for that. But when it literally is a red swatch in there as well that says you failed something without telling you how you failed at something is bullshit. And having to freaking go on Google to find out why is garbage as well. You notice, by the way, I did get a green check mark for those of you that weren't paying attention to that. So again, doing this does work. We do pass it, which means we don't need to do the Bread and Circus, is my point. Because you see the green, there's no big X. As long as you don't see the big X there, we're fine. Pass, success, failure, don't even bother. Wow, I hate this part of the game. This is the most annoying feature I think they could have possibly have made. Well, I take that back. They could have made it worse. They could have done, for those of you who ever played like Neverwinter Nights and Neverwinter Nights 2 and stuff like that, there's games out there that, you know how we have multiple vendors? Success, success, disaster. Damn you, Lindsay. There are people, or games out there that the multiple vendors, let's say there's the armor smith and the weaponsmith, right? Two people side by side. In this game, you can sell to either of them armors and weapons. They don't give a shit. You can sell them shit that's not armors and weapons. They'll happily take it and take your money. There's no price difference. There's games out there where literally, nope, they will not purchase your armor because he's a weapons guy. Why would he want that? And again, I understand the logic, and as far as immersion building, that makes sense. But you want to talk about a sucky mechanic having to look for that one doofus on that map that will buy your fucking fruits and berries. It's like bullshit. It's like, come on, game. Can't you just make a freaking common marketplace where people just buy your stuff? Nope, can't possibly. You have to find the person. It says Triumph. Damn you, Lindsay. This sucks so bad. Oh, I fucking hate this. Rank up. Here we go. Do that thing. This is an hour of time wasted. This is just stupid. This is just a dumb idea. I really do not like this part of the game. Success. Failure. Tristan. Words with you, boy. If I see him irritated, I am. It's not this game. I mean, the game is bothering me right now, but it's not really. I've been playing Darkest Dungeon. I saw a YouTuber, they did an amazing job. Is doing an amazing job, and he's doing a very difficult playthrough of the Darkest Dungeon. It's called Torchless Run. Passed, success. Nope. And his Torchless Run, for those of you who've never played the game, it's a dungeon crawl. You get 4 characters to take into a dungeon, and you get different characters, so you have to like decide on your team. Your team usually consists of a healer type or 2, some damage, some tanking, shit like that. And the characters will stress out. They stress out more in the dark. So a torchless run literally means you snuff the light and make them stress out more, because it's the hardest disaster. It's the hardest possible challenge you can give yourself, damn near, except for like going like trinketless, which the trinkets in that game are like armor and upgrades, so stuff like that. And that would just be straight up foolish. I mean, there's no reason in the world to make yourself do a trinketless run on dark. You would just bust your head against a wall. It'd be more fun. So, no. But he's doing it as a darkest run, a torchless run, and I'm trying to emulate him just to see if I can do it, because I enjoy the game, and I remembered why I didn't pass him so far. Oh my god, way past it. Saving that mess. I remember why I never wanted to stream that game proper. Just again to prove to myself the green check mark, and again it'll be red, but it's the green here. That's all that matters. So we passed it. So ignore that shit. Okay. God, that sucked. We got all kinds of shit this time. Instead of 2, we got 5. So I'm just going to randomly put people in here for the time being. Oh, he even wants to be in this one. Because of the green swatch. Sure, John. Why not? And Lindsay's a green swatch as well. And then, of course, the throne room guy. We'll come back and triage that. But again, I want to hard save this mess so we don't have to think about this again. I remember why I didn't want to stream that game. Because that Darkest Dungeon has a lot of RNG. Like as bad as this one can be, no. The other one is fucking infinitely worse. There's an initiative roll when you fight every bad guy. And each round, there's another initiative roll. So instead of it being, oh, it'll be, you know, you're number 1, he's number 2, then you're number 3, he's number 4 kind of setup. That's just for this round. And you do not know who goes first. Now, there's ways to kind of figure it out. There's 8 people and 8 people. Or, sorry, 4 people and 4 people on each side. Usually. Sometimes it's 4 and 2, for instance. But let's say it's 4 and 4, which is the typical. They would roll a 1 to 8 sided die. Everybody does. Okay? You have a speed, which is kind of like your initiative. You have a speed for every character, including their characters. They add the 1 to 8 sided die roll plus the speed, and then that's the number that determines the order. And again, you have no idea what they rolled. You can see what their speed is. You can see what your speed is. So you can kind of get a feel. Like if I have this much speed and he has a speed of like 2, even if he rolled an 8, he hits a 10. If I rolled a 1 and I have a speed of 10, I'm going to be at least 11. So I'll definitely go first. So there's that. So there's you can finagle a lot of information out of that shit. Having said that, early game, you almost never get to go first every time. There's almost always some guy on their team that's fast. And as such, he or she will bomb your ass or set you on fire or stress you out or whatever that crit hit you for maximum damage. Just fuck your day up. And that game has a mechanic where they put not only damage on your character, but taking your health down to 0 doesn't kill you. What kills you is the next hit. So when you're at 0 HP, it's on death's door. Every character is on death's door. Now, for the bad guys, it doesn't work that way. They get to 0 HP, they're dead, which is freaking good because fuck those guys. But for your team, they can resist death's door. You get down to 0, you don't die. If you take any more damage, there is a death blow check. And I can't tell you the number of times where there's 4 bad guys on the other side and I have 4 on my side. And the very first round of combat, now we're talking like later in the fight, no, first round of combat, the first motherfucker attacks from their team, crits my character, the weakest one, takes him to death's door on the first hit, where there's nothing I could have done about it. Like, I don't even have a chance to react. I can't heal him, I can't move him, I can't do shit. Can't guard him, protect him in any way. I got hit. I'm just standing there watching my character go from full health down to 0 because of a bad roll. Okay? Then, thinking, well, it's fine. He's not dead. All I have to do is get him to move or guard him or heal him. And again, having 1 HP is enough to get you off of death's door. Again, they could crit you for another 500 points. If you had 1 HP, it will not kill you. It takes you back down to 0. And again, you're back on death's door. So again, the tiniest heal is enough to save your butt. And I have 4 characters, 3 of which that can heal, including the guy that was taken to death's door. He's not stunned, he can act, they can all act. I'm waiting for my turn. And watch the other 3 bad guys that still haven't had their turn, all 3 take a chance at hitting that son of a bitch before they give me my turn. It happens. It happens a lot. And you want to talk about piss you off? I have thrown my keyboard across the room. I am not joking a minute. I've been so pissed at that game. And the game is fun. So it's not that the game's not fun. It's just RNG on that game. It could be a real bitch. And oh my god. I have tried the torchless challenge. Okay? I have tried the torchless challenge and have reset how many times in the past 2 weeks now? At least 40. At least 40. And there's an end to the game. So that's the goal, right? You try to beat the game is the whole point of doing the torchless run. The goal, well, the early goal, I should say, for survival, for those of you that ever played Darkest Dungeon, is this. If you do a torchless run like this, where literally where the light snuffs out, the moment you take a step, the light goes away. And everyone's stressing out because of the high stress situation that they're in. They're in the dungeons of these massive caverns and fighting monsters and everything else. And stress is an issue on this game too. Hence the reason this is a difficult challenge. The goal usually for early survival is to get to week 10. If you can survive to week 10, because it's every time you go out to survey a dungeon, basically it takes a week of your time. Whether you succeed or fail, it burns up a week. So if you can survive to week 10 without losing anybody, that's the other part of this challenge, is no deaths, you basically have a shot. Okay? So if you survive to week 10, chances are you have your roster of characters. So instead of having like 4 guys, when you start off with 2, then you rank up to 4 guys total, and then you get suddenly more and more and more, and you cap that out to like 17, 18, 20 dudes. Again, you only take out 4 at a time, but you have enough healers that if one healer is laid up because she's stressing out and she needs a week off to basically recoup, which is part of the game, that's fine. I have another healer as a backup, or 2 or 3. So again, there's a way around stuff. So the goal, again, like I said, early survival is to get to week 10 with enough healers and stress dealers and DPS and whatever to do your job every week. Someone's freaking out. But I have reset at least 40 times. And the reason I have reset at least 40 times is because I always die. Someone dies. I have not gotten to week 10. Week 10 now. And remember, there's like 90 some weeks in the game. Week 10, I have not gotten to once in 40 retries plus. That's how difficult that game is on the hardest challenge that I'm doing. That shit's infuriating. And there'd be times where like I'll get like a solid, like, oh my god, the game's going to be nice to me for this first 2 weeks. And sometimes the first 2 weeks are crucial. They give you lots of gold, lots of trinkets, lots of upgrades and stuff, and not so much stress, and your team's all good and healthy and happy, and everyone's patting themselves on the back, and you're like, yeah, this is going to be the one. And then week 3, crit, death. Damn it! And it's the first fight of the dungeon, no less. And oh my god. I know I'm ranting. Let's go back to the game. But, Jesus H. Shouldn't say that. That game is frustrating. RNG in that game is fucking infuriating. Anyway, let's get back to our game. Notice we have the High Priest wants to talk to us. Again, we saved. I want to do a quick save just to make sure. Go talk to them. Now, this may be the same exact quest they gave us last time. Yeah, cultists. Yep. Massive penalty, Gardeners of Faith. Okay. Nothing else happened. We also want to go over here and check to make sure that we didn't get people dropping off stuff. So we don't have anything here. Alright, we're back. Okay, we got a little divine bonus. Tiny, little +1 bonus for just talking with him. And we have another event. See that? Lucky I didn't lock anybody in, because now maybe I wouldn't have had someone to put on this one. And it is a problem. And again, we had time to do it, but not really, because 21 days to do this one. He'll be done on the 33rd day of the month, which is obviously next month. And that's when he needs to have it started by. So again, I'm fine still, but just barely. See that? That's why I never solidify anything until I talk to the people in the court. 45, 61, 45 again, 50, 50. You see my problem here. And again, I have coins. I can put a coin on everybody here. He's already got one on there. Why has he got one on there? I could put a coin on the ones that are below 50. Just to make sure that they get brought to at least a 50% chance or better, and lock it in. But we're losing coins rapidly is my point, these crisis points, and I don't know how you get more of them. So that might be something you might want to look up online to find out what to do. But I'm going to lock everybody in on these. 61% is 61%. I'll take it. 70% with the coin. Okay. 50%, that's not ideal, but it's a coin toss, and I don't mind that. 50% again is a coin toss, I don't mind that. Remember, this is a guy with a +14. So just be clear, these DC checks are getting worse. Okay, and that is my real issue with what's going on now with the game. Now look at what we've invested in. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people here. 8 people being used right now, and I have 10 advisors. So if something else crops up in the rest of the month, I only have 2 people that can respond right now. Now eventually these 2 are going to be freed up. And it looks like these guys will be freed up. So I'll have 2 to 4 more people that are free. 4 that are locked for the entire month. I can't use these guys at all now, as far as in here. And same with her. She's still busy for the entire month and then into next month. So again, she's busy. So we better hope that this is good enough. Now I'm going to hard save it, and I'm going to make myself some lunch, because now I'm whooping myself up into a tizzy. Now I'm all kinds of hungry. Sorry you guys didn't get to see more gameplay. I really am. But you can see the frustration from this part by watching these 2 videos, I think. And just as a quick, before we leave, to show you journal-wise that there's not anything else really for us to do right now. We have plenty of time for the next curse, so we can be exploring, by the way. And I'll actually walk outside in the castle to show you this. The companion quest, just to make sure, again, there's nothing in there that needs to be done. All green check marks. We're all good here. We're working on our curse, working on our kingdom, working on our upgrades. All that's still applicable, waiting for this to clear away so we can go back to the darkest dungeon. No, don't say that. To the, what the hell is this called? The Stolen Lands, beneath the Stolen Lands. Because that literally is a nice place for us to get free XP for our team. But this chapter's finished, so let's head out. I'll show you the overland map one last time before we say goodnight. Hopefully I will get on again. I keep promising this, but hopefully I will get on there tonight. The reason I haven't been, by the way, is not anything to do with the game. It has everything to do with the heat of my apartment. If it's too hot, I can't run the AC, obviously, when we're doing this, because it's right above the computer. It's too loud. So I'm roasting right now. And if it cools off at the nighttime, then I can actually, while leaving the AC on, obviously when we're not playing, I can shut the AC off and play for another hour or 2 and crank my heat back up, but I don't mind. But for the last couple of days, it's been so muggy hot here that I just can't possibly. The reason I popped out here was to show you a couple things. We still have territories that we can explore, not much, roads and whatever. There might be a hidden something in here, which we should definitely want to inspect. But it looks like we've hit everything over here, unless we've missed a perception check. We have covered it. There's this little tab here, and I think it wraps around that way, so we want to check that out eventually. Nothing looks like it's flagged in a way that's like gold, because these are all burnt, which means we've been there before. So it doesn't look like there's anything place where we need to return. Nothing has a red flag next to it, like an exclamation point, like come here, there's something to do. There's this over here, but that's pit tax, and again, we can't get into pit tax yet. They kick us out. We've done through the diurnal marches pretty good, I think. Well, we've covered everything. There's like maybe a territory to explore and claim, but that's about it. There's nothing left over here, really. Of course, Doraville, where we're at right now. Everything else is tidied up over here. On this side of things, the outskirts is covered. North Null Marches, I think we've done with it. We have the Mysterious Shrine still to deal with. I still need to look that up. And Wicked Hill, but I can't get to Wicked Hill because every time I get this far, it kicks me out because it says we're in pit tax at that point. So, nothing there. I don't think we can come down here again for the same reason. That's why it stopped at that spot, because we went that far and it kicked us back out. Went this far, kicked us back out. Same with these guys here, and here, and here. So again, we're waiting for Pitax to basically invite us over. That's the Rushed Light tournament, and that one's going to be fun. That's one where we're going to burn like $1 million without even trying. But I will look up these mysterious shrines. Maybe that'll be something I try to get onto tonight. I don't remember how many there are. There's more than just these 3 though. There's 1, 2, 3. I want to say there's 4 or 5 of them altogether. But there's a pattern, like a puzzle to each of them, and I'll have to look that up because you can't. I don't think there's an easy way to figure out how to solve that puzzle by yourself. Put it that way. It's one of those puzzles in the game where you're just better off with instead of beating your head against a wall, going to the Google, figuring it out that way. But by and large, there's not much left, like I said, for us to explore except for Pitax, so we're waiting. So it's a lot of kingdom management at this point. But with that, my name is Brother Bean. Please like, subscribe, comment down below, tell me what you guys think. I'll see you guys soon. Bye now.